crazy mother.
What it do, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries out there. I am your host, Rod Corner. You are now rocking with the mobile version of the Soul Vision Podcast. You know that place where we keep it unfiltered and raw, and we talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about the things you might have heard or even saw. Hey man, first video to 2026. Appreciate y'all being here. Today we're going to talk about a comment a young man made about men. He said all men know when they want to get married. They know instantly, immediately, ASAP. They know right off the rip if they want to get married or not. That's bullshit. That is such a crock of shit. You know, the only thing I can say is that dude is filled with lust. A man that says he knows he wants to marry you right off the rip is probably filled with a lot of lust, or he's saying whatever he thinks is going to get you in bed quick. You know what I'm saying? He's probably trying to smash right off the rip. Especially if he knows that's what you want. Yo, okay, bam, baby, and then just say y'all already got, y'all already did the do. Y'all 6 months in or whatever, and everything going gravy, everything going smooth. 6 months in, he say, I want to get married. It could be real. It could not be real. You gotta ask yourself, have you gone through all the seasons? Do you know what it is like? What it's like for him to be highly upset? Do you know what it's like for him to be highly upset? Have y'all gone through anything that has tested y'all marriage? And I mean your relationship. I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that. Hey, it's just everyday life is going to test y'all loyalty. Do y'all respectful? Do y'all have a respect for one another even when arguing? There's a lot of things you have to go through, and I believe, it's not a time frame. You can't say that a man knows, within 24 hours, I know I want to marry you. Within 6, because some of these guys out here would use that against you. Use it just to get next to you. It's a great way to get a woman to open up quicker, to say, hey, I'm out here, I'm ready for marriage. That's what I want. I want marriage. I'm out here dating with intent. Is it intent? Is the intention is really marriage, or is it just to get some ass real quick? That's the thing. Y'all ladies, y'all have to be on point with this stuff. And then a lot of dudes are just lusting after y'all. Which is equal to the same thing. They want you off the market, but they don't really know if they want you per se, but they want you off the market because you might be fine as hell in their eyes. It's so many different things that go through a man's mind or men's mind. We're not a monolithic group, so one man can't say all men do say act a certain way. Just like I can't say that. I can't say that shit. Not all men think the way I think. Not all men will agree with me that I don't think a man knows immediately when he wants to get married. I really don't. And he may know that he may not want to because, hey, they're just not in him right now. And they say date with purpose, date with intent. And only, for me, dating should just start with, let's date to get to know each other. To see if we even like each other beyond this first conversation. Everybody's everybody's up in arms about where we should go on dates and how much it should cost and this and that and the other. But let's put more energy into actually getting to know one another. In my mind, a woman that does not want to get to know you beyond your wallet doesn't like you. I mean, I know you got guys out there telling you, date them all, make them compete for you the whole 9 yards. Hey, do whatever you feel is necessary. But when you don't get the result that you want out of that, then what? Because I see that y'all listen to some faulty messaging out here. It's wild out here that y'all would literally just listen to this one man over here. He says this, and y'all just hang off his every word because that's what he had to do to get his wife. Stop looking at somebody else's life, comparing it to yours, and then wanting your life to be like this. You don't know if their life is even better more money. They may have more money than you have, but that don't mean they have more happiness than you have. You know, that wife that's being paraded around as a trophy online may not even be happy for real. But the benefits of staying may outweigh the benefits of leaving. But she may not truly be happy. Stop comparing yourselves to everybody else. Learn to think for yourselves, man. You know, just like disagreeing with me, that's a good thing, you know, if that's what you truly feel. Disagree. Think for yourself. I'm not here to tell you don't get married in 30 days or 90 days or not. I'm not here to tell you what not to do, what to do. All I want you to do is think for yourself. That's what I want you to do, is to think for yourself. You know good and well if you want to, if as a woman, you want to get married in a year, and that's your timeline, stick to that timeline. If that man is not moving fast enough, then it's time for you to leave, because you can't blame him for not moving fast enough. That was the timeline you set. That wasn't the timeline he set. He may not even be thinking about marriage right now. And you know, I think y'all shouldn't think about marriage until you have mastered the 5 C's. You know, communication, cooperation, commitment, compromise, and being consistent with one another. You know, make sure y'all are compatible with one another. Make sure y'all want that continuous growth. You know, as a couple. Y'all got to learn to, you know, y'all got to work. We got to work interdependently. We can't come in the mindset, you know, of comparing things. Who does this and who does the most? You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to marriage, I mean, I look at marriage differently from a lot of people, because I don't think you need a piece of paper to say we're married. I don't think we need a piece of paper to say we're committed. Back in the day, you know, when you did a deal, you did a handshake deal, or your word was your bond. And I know people over time have broken that trust by doing other things, right? By lying. So now we gotta have contracts. But the funny thing is, people still breach contracts every day. You know, look at the funny thing. Look at husbands and wives that actually live separate lives. You know, they're married, but they really act single. You know, for me, marriage is about connection. It's about how I'm treating one another, how we're treating one another. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the titles so much. Y'all keep worrying about titles. And the treatment is not there. That's why a lot of you all are in marriages that are unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. I'm not giving you a time frame. I'm not saying that it should be 10 years, 11 years, 12, 30. I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that he should get married within 3 weeks, a month, or whatever. All I'm saying is take your time, get to learn one another. Really put in that effort to focus on one another and focus on yourself still, because you're still growing, you're still, you know, maturing and, you know, evolving into the person that you're going to eventually become. So take your time, you know, and however much time as you need to evolve into the best version of yourself. You know, get with somebody that's going to allow you to evolve. Get with somebody that's going to, you know, support that evolution. But how long is it take for a person to say they want to marry you? That's going to vary from person to person to person. Quit listening to these niggas online saying that a man is going to know immediately. Because a lot of times, those fools are obsessed. They're the ones that if y'all break up, that motherfucker gonna stalk your ass, and he could possibly hurt you, you know, on the more severe side of that obsession. So take your time, men and women, take your time, get to know one another. You know, get to know one another, and then go from there. Yo, it's 2026. We're still in the mix. We're gonna rise and fly.